Hey Aries, how's it going everybody? Welcome to Blue Mountains Tarot. I'm going to give you guys one last bonus reading for your birthdays. I hope everybody had a great birthday celebrating. These are general readings. Please keep that in mind. I do offer bonus readings for the birthdays, so this is another one for you guys. I hope you guys are all enjoying. These are general. I keep repeating myself. Please keep that in mind, okay? If you do want a personal reading, I do offer them. You can contact me below in the description box to set that up. Thank you in advance, everyone, for hitting the like, share, subscribe. I appreciate your comments and support. Let's take a look. Aries, what is the energy for Aries? What's the message for Aries, please? Let's take a look here. Aries. Ace of Wands, beautiful start. This is good. Knight of Pentacles, Death. Wow. Okay. You are changing, okay? I'm going to start with that. You are changing. You are going through your own self-transformation. For some of you, that's going to look very different, whether that's personal, like you physically changing, self-transformation, the work that you do, the creatives, the passion. This is like you're in a very good place here to create the changes and to transform your life. You've got Death card here, Scorpio energy, death and rebirth, coming out with your confidence, kind of knowing that what you enjoy, what your passions are, what you're good at doing. If you put the time and energy, if you want that change in your life and you put that energy forward, you seem to be able to kind of develop something and grow something for yourself. I just have to adjust this camera, guys. It's very finicky. There we go. So I think this is really good. There's a lot of self-development. There's a lot of passion for the things that you're, capable of creating, doing, building, growing, investing, whatever that is. Anything else here? What else? Four of Wands. Yeah. A lot of stability. This may impact in the beneficial way your relationships with yourself, first and foremost, relationship with partners, family members, the stability that you're moving in a stable way. You're like into a place of stability. You're heading in that way. You're heading in that direction. Tell me about this Nine of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles, okay. What else? Wow. Okay, this is really nice, Aries. I think that a lot of you, as you go through some of your self-reflection, transformation and change, the things that you're ending, the things that you're beginning, you're reflecting on yourself and just how much you've grown. You're going to step into your growth. You're going to step into your abundance. You're going to, I kind of get like a bit of a remember when somebody helped you. Remember who. What I want to say is, if you have done very well, if you've gotten to a certain place in your life, just take a little quick look around and say and see who helped you. Who were the mentors? Who were the people who supported you? Who were the people who maybe lent you some money or gave you the generosity or the support that you needed? Because you're going to be doing the same and you are going to kind of pay it forward. You're going to reciprocate that in helping others. A lot of you might be getting into a creative passion around health, wellness, healing other people. That's that whole thing. Some of you might be ending an old way of working or an old career or an old, you like me, I went from finance, corporate finance to health and wellness and holistic nutritionist. And now I'm into tarot. So you're going to be helping people. You're going to be healing other people. You're going to show up with something to offer on a fairly significant level. You have the Empress. Okay, she, this is like, she's got a lot of things to learn from others, and she's going to share that. She's going to offer that to others. There's the Six of Pentacles. So you're saying like, oh, who helped me grow? Remember that. Who's brought goodness into your life, who's brought the things that have helped you move forward. Maybe it's a friend, maybe it was a teacher, maybe it was a boss, maybe it was a coworker, maybe it was a partner, whoever. Amazing, guys. This is really good. 7 of Pentacles. Putting in that time, energy, and effort and investment. I think it's to share. There's a lot of sharing energy. Yeah, King of Pentacles. So there is an aspect of protecting the things that you've worked hard for, the things that you've invested your time and money into, protecting a role that you play or a role that you have. I think some of you are going to create, there's a lot of like entrepreneurial building your own position or the role that you want to do. And there's a thing here about, I just want to see what that is. 7 of Wands, one sec. Why is this? There's something that you're kind of having to guard or safeguard or protect. Why? What is this and why? 2 of Wands. Regarding, let me see something here. 9 of Cups. Okay. I think this is about goals in mind for you, Aries. So you're kind of like, the importance of safeguarding is maybe the right word, maybe protection, guarding, the different choices that you have in your life, the different paths, because I think you ultimately want to, it's kind of like, I do feel where you're choosing a new path, you're creating something new, you're heading into a place of abundance, you're going down a different road in a sense. And so you're like, when I say safeguard, like, it's really important for me, although I was really good at finance and I was in sales for another health company and I did all these things, I knew at one point that my life, like, something has to change. I don't know what that was going to be. I don't know how this all happened. There is a story to all my tarot, but similar to you guys, where you're like, I ultimately want to have that path in my life. I ultimately want to be there at some point in my life. And so I really have to take the care and the protection and the nurture to make sure I do this right, to make sure that you put in the right ingredients so that your path turns out the way you want it, in a way. We only have so much control in life, but there is a thing here of saying, like, it's kind of like, if I want to retire early, if I want to retire in 5 years, then I really, really need to put away like X amount of money. I need to protect that, or I need to create the thing, the stability, the safety, the home, whatever this is. I'm using very random examples, but I really have to like take it seriously. I really have to nurture and save my money, or find my dream job, my dream retirement purpose in life. So you're doing things of a purpose. You're doing things that are going to kind of pay it forward, but you're also safeguarding it, or making sure like, this is my investment. This is the business I'm growing. I really got to take care of it so that I don't, it don't sabotage, or I don't destroy it or ruin it, or, that kind of thing. Because it's about you finding your true happiness. It's about you finding the things in life that I think you're heading in a new direction, Ace of Wands. You're heading in this path, Aries, where you're like, I think I found my thing. I think I found my happiness. I think I found what my purpose is. I think I know here what is changing and transforming and what needs to be done. Maybe it's again, the Death card is endings, new beginnings. So you have this energy of like, okay, well, I need to take care of that, okay? I need to put in that time and energy and protect that effort that you put forward. Okay. Closing up the reading, let's take a look. Any closing comment, or any energy, closing advice, healing advice? What's the closing that for Aries? The Temperance, beautiful. Anything else? The Hangman. So, For things to fully change for you, Aries, have some patience, okay? Because Temperance is sort of saying like, life is working with you. You got to work with life. You've got some stuck energy here. You've got a little bit of things, but what it's saying is more like you also have another perspective. You are heading in a healing journey, a healing path. What you're doing is very of that nature. It could just be it could be healing in that the wellness, the healing, the helping, that world. But there's also like a sense here of have patience for things to fall into place as things take place, as things get prepared, as you start to work through changes before you fully unstick yourself, before this hangman changes. Okay, so there is a little bit of sacrifice required in that hangman energy as well. Sometimes we have to give up a few of our things right now, or just compromise, or I would say more of a compromise than a sacrifice. I think the Temperance allows for, you can do a little bit, you can have the best of both. You can have a little bit of negotiation, have a bit of compromise, and have both. You don't have to necessarily fully give up or sacrifice something that, then takes away from you. I think it's sort of allowing you a little bit of the best of both if you're willing to work with what you're, who and what you're dealing with, and have the patience. It will fall into place. There is a sense of balance here, and it's changing. It's because you're no longer meant to stay in this place. You're no longer meant to stay where you may have thought you were going to stay stuck, whether you wanted that or not, because you have the Ace of Wands, the Death card. So you may have thought you're going to stay in this role or this house or this relationship or whatever, but it's something else has another path for you. Something's bringing you to a new direction. But you do find your abundance, your security, your safety, you find your sense of like stability, Four of Wands. And you find ultimately that you feel very happy in this path. That's why you're sort of saying like, okay, I've got it all now. It's like you protect that because you don't want to jeopardize it. That's the word, not sabotage. You're not sabotaging. You don't want it to be jeopardized by others or life or whatever. To the best that you can. We never have control. At the end of the day, something can change. Let's take a look here. What's the message for Aries? The Robin. This is nice. Bright joy, sound, singing. Live your being in complete joy and lightness. And I think that's what you're doing, guys. That joy of the Empress and the Nine of Cups and the Temperance. Like, you've got all kinds. Let's take a look here. Robin. Robin flutters into your life and invites you to open your heart to joy and happiness. With its enchanting companions, it warbles merry tunes in the forest to increase love and joy. If you have drawn this card and join in the merry chorus, funny, cheerful, and joyful at the top of your voice. Beautiful, delicate, and red feathers cover my neck. Feel their light reach into your vocal center and fill it with power. Speak, sing, or raise your voice. Awaken your sound full of joy and express what resonates within you. More meanings. Self-expression, raising your voice, singing and sound, and the joy of life. Your affirmation is self-expression conveys my joy of life. I raise my voice and show what makes my heart sing. So it's very repetitive in a way about this, your full joy and express what resonates with you. That's very much the Ace of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. And it is going to require you to maybe raise your voice. Maybe it's the raising your voice is to end something, the Death card, to step into something new, to be done with something, to start something new. So there is this energy of bringing up, showing up your voice and your something through sound as well. So maybe some of the healing, I just want to say that some of the healing, if some of you are getting into more of the holistic or natural healing realms, it could be around singing, voice, or maybe it's speech therapy, but it could also be like light and sound healing, light and sound therapies. All right, Aries, I want to wish you guys the best. I love this energy for you guys. You got a lot of good things to look forward to. Enjoy the rest of your Aries season. Have a great day, and I will see you soon. Take care.